How you doing, guys? Yes, I'm back out on another wild camp adventure. Currently over near Horsted Keynes station, and I'm just sort of like having a little wander with my chair and a little can of cider to go and watch a train that's going to be coming, which is the Fish Supper Express or something like that. It's a steam train that's going to be pulling people that can have a fish and chip supper, basically. And it leaves, well, it's leaving very shortly from Sheffield Park Station, and I'm just one stop down, and I'm going to be going into a field to watch it, capture some footage, but also try to look out for somewhere good to camp. I'll show you what I can see. Whoa. It's a little bit overgrown from when I last came. In and out. It's a little bit windy, so apologies for the sound. Yeah, so I haven't come out with a full-on backpack. Kind of wanted to have a little look at what was around before I committed, and sort of like didn't want to be too obvious, but I might sort of leave the chair in the woods where I'm planning on going, which is up ahead. Let me show you. I need to get somewhere in there to camp. I'm not sure if that's possible, how easy it is, but we're going to find out shortly. Just trying to find a way into there. But for now, we'll sit and wait for the train. I mean, to be perfectly honest, the grass is fairly long here. I could potentially have a cheeky camp here, right by this track, not in the woods. So maybe, just maybe, I'll see what kind of activity there is from people. But I might get away with pitching my tent here and being quite hidden in this long grass. So I'm thinking that might be what I do. Just have a little cider from the Woodgate brand again, the old Jonathan Woodgate cider. This is a blood orange cider, and it's pretty good. I've got some more treats in my backpack when I go and get it. But yeah, I'm feeling potentially quite good about just being here. Look at how long that grass is, without needing to go and hide away in the woods. I think I could probably get away with being quite stealth here.
So just checking on the Sheffield Park cameras, I can see here the Supper Express is leaving Sheffield Park and is on the way to where I am, about 12 to 15 minutes down the track from.
Yeah, so there we go. That's the train just leaving Sheffield Park. Should be here in about 10 minutes. So I'm going to stay here, have a little sip of my drink, get footage of this train as it goes past, and then go back and get my pack, and then come back here and either camp here or go further along. Maybe go a little bit closer to the woods there to be obscured in the corner. But I think I'm going to camp out here. It's lovely and peaceful.
3 hours later.
So you come out to the middle of a field, And then there's like some concert somewhere. All I can hear is music and fireworks. I don't think there's going to be major footfall coming through here. I mean, there's a train about to come here and there's no one here. And it's a pretty good sign, really. Can be busy here at the weekends. I've come here before and there's been lots of people here trying to capture footage. But so far, looking good. Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering what it's going to be like actually camping in amongst all this long grass and whether I can find something a little bit flattened off. But we'll see. I'm going to sit here for a minute and ponder, capture this footage, and then we'll see what's happening. Just heard the whistle. It's nearby. Didn't catch it for you guys, sorry. So there you go, the old supper special just gone through to Horsted Keynes from Sheffield Park, and it'll be gone for just about an hour. I'm just going to leave my chair here. I'm going to go back to the car, get my pack. I'm going to look out over ahead of me now because there's some flattened grass, some mowed grass, and I'm wondering whether it would be a good idea to camp on that somewhere near the hedge. And sort of save myself the uncomfort and all of, obviously this is a wild growth area, you know, encouraging the insects. I don't really want to come in and bother them, so I'm thinking I'll look into camping on this area over here, which I'm going to show you. So yeah, just over there you can see that there's some mown grass. I'm going to have a little look at that as we walk back to the car to get my pack. That could be a winner of idea, couldn't it? Could be a winner chicken dinner, that one. Not sure how busy this is going to be. I've seen no one else since I've been here, to the extent that I'm leaving my chair back there to avoid having to carry it back to the car. So the plan is I'm going to go back, get my bag, change into my hiking shoes, and yeah, maybe look into what it's going to be like camping here. I mean, obviously, would be not as well hidden as the long grass is that you can see. Food for thought. so I'm back at the car now. I'm just going to get the rest of my gear and let's try and find a place to settle. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Okay, so we're back. I've got all my stuff now. Just want to get back into that field without being seen. Got a car coming. Hopefully not too bothered by me. Bloke strolling along with a backpack. Looks a bit obvious. There's one person, but they haven't seen me go in. Cows with calves in the field. I didn't see any. Back in we go. Oh, getting attacked. I said I didn't see any cows with calves. I was wrong. Hopefully they're not going to be too bothered by me. And now it's like what to do. I don't know whether to go back to the wild. I've got to go back to the wild grass bit to get my chair. But I don't really know about that now. It's very open. Should maybe have a walk round. There is another path that leads up the middle of it, maybe into the trees over yonder. But I don't know if it's just best to get into these grasses. I think that's going to be the best bet because the woods look very, very barbed wire fenced off. And I don't know, it's always the quandary of going out and trying to find somewhere to wild camp. I really sort of liked the vibes of where that chair is, so I think maybe I'm just going to go for that. It's like, get down, pitch in. I might go a little bit closer over towards the wood, even if I'm not in there. Just sort of from a distance. I think it'll be hard to see. I mean, you can just about see the chair. The tent isn't massively higher than that. Okay, so we are set up and we're in the place where I said I was going to go, in the long grass. Camp's set up. The downside is I've left my sleeping bag at home. So I've got a nice new self-inflating roll mat that I bought 2 of with vouchers in my last school when I left at Christmas. The parents were very generous and sort of pitched in and got me a £100 gift card, and I bought 2 £50 self-inflating mattresses, which hopefully it's self-inflating in there. I'll show you a bit later. I've got my pillow. It is quite warm and I've got layers, so I don't think the sleeping bag will be an issue because, to be honest, when I've camped previously I've kicked it off. So, and it's very warm and lovely sounds. I haven't seen anybody, which is good. Which is just what I wanted. I think if someone obviously walked over here, they'd see it. But I think from where I walked in and where the sort of mown grass is leading you to, you won't really see me here. Anyway, camp's all set up. I think that the train will be on its way back soon. So I'm hoping to take Jarvis, my drone, up to have a little look at this late night footage and show you where I am. I don't believe I've used the drone with my new phone, so that could be an issue, but we'll see. Well, it is very much an issue. I forgot about the connector on these drones. It did come with the new connector for, you know, my new iPhone, but obviously I've forgotten to change it. I don't think I've got it here with me. It wasn't in the bag, I don't think. I'm gonna have a little look, but I don't think I've got it. So I won't unfortunately be able to get any drone footage. There you go. That's how it goes. Just have to rely on me. So what have we got for snacks then? We've got a lot of liquid beverages. I'm not going to drink all of that, but I've got a Malbec for a bit of wine. I've got some Hazy Jane. I've got the blood orange cider, as you saw. I just had to get these smoked bacon and West Country cheddar sausage rolls again after last time. They were very yummy. Got some fruit pastels and some salt and vinegar. Yeah, a little bit of a bummer that I haven't sort of even given thought of flying my drone since I've got my new phone. And that's going to cost me tonight because I won't be able to get some lovely drone footage, which is what I wanted to get from this location. Because it is very, very beautiful. But hey ho, it is what it is. I'll be getting, you know, some footage like this and just have to settle for it, won't I? No sleeping bag, no correct cable for my drone. What a great start. I hope I've got it for Monday. I need it for school on Monday, my drone. But anyway, let's see if I can find it when I get home. I'll commiserate not having my drone by having a lovely sausage roll. See if it is actually as good as I remember it from last time. It is good. Definitely. So yeah, I reckon probably about 20 minutes away from the train, maybe a bit more. I've got to charge my phone, maybe do a bit of editing. Just enjoy being out camping in this lovely location. Some fruit pastels. I'm eating a load of crap. But the thing I need to get still for camping is good cooking equipment. And also the space in the rucksack. Not much you can get in. So maybe I need to upgrade my rucksack. And I need to add cooking stuff. But it is kind of nice to eat and drink some shit while you're out camping. So sorry. Obviously we're approaching risky time. The only thing I think that's going to see my camping setup is going to be the train. When I spoke to Mel, she was most worried about that. She seems to think they might dob me in. So I might film it, but sneakily around the corner of my tent and just see if they notice when I look back at the footage. If they move me on, they move me on, don't they? I can't imagine a driver's going to go back to Sheffield Park and say, there was someone camping in a field that isn't our land, because it isn't. I don't think they'd be like that, but we'll see. I'll try to hide out of the way, but I'll also try and get some good footage. It's just coming out of the station now. And I'm hiding behind my tent, trying to see if I can get some footage and not be seen. Check for the eyes of the driver when I'm filming, see if he looks over.
far as the staff operating the train are concerned, we got away with it. Let's have a little look at the passengers.
There was definitely some people on the train that looked... The drivers were a bit preoccupied, but something to see out the window, won't I? We'll go over and we'll have a little look and see what we can see of the camp from the places where people are going to walk through, right? You can see it behind me there. We'll see how much it sees. It's obviously, sun's starting to go down now as well, so that's going to mask me more. I've seen no one in the whole time I've been here walking through this field anyway, so it isn't on a main thoroughfare. And yeah, and obviously the train spotters weren't out really to just watch a singular train going past, the Supper Express. So yeah, we're going to sort of walk into camp. We're going to see what people will see if they come over the turnstiles. I mean, look, if you look behind, you can't see a trace already. So I think we've chosen well, even though it's in plain sight. Obviously, we did have the train people seeing me. Hopefully they're all a little bit merry with their fish supper, and I assume some alcoholic beverages might be flowing. But yeah, so we're now on the flat bit. I'm just going to like literally go right over to the turnstile and see what we can see as we walk in. Here's the way in, and if we look around, I'm up there, but we can't see any trace of my camp. The mowing will direct people up there or down there. So I think that we might be safe. Let's see if someone was following around the edge of this mowed area, whether they catch sight. And you can just about see the top of my tent. It's at this point that you begin to see me. Time for a hazy Jane. Cheers, guys. That's a bit of a nicer, well, not a nicer taste than the blood cider. Different. A little bit more bitter, but with a little punchy kick at the start for a tropical state of mind. I'm wondering if it's got grapefruit in it. It's got that sort of bitterness that comes with something like that. I don't know what they brew this with. And the text is fairly small, but it does say a tropical state of mind, brewed fresh, New England IPA. It's not giving me any clues as to what's in it, but I know with the Elvis juice they use grapefruit, so I wonder if that's also in here. And cheers again, guys. That's good. So yeah, getting darker now. A little bit chillier too. I might need to put on my longer trousers. Been impressed that there hasn't been that many bugs around. Maybe famous last words. Yeah, so anyway, enjoying the time here. Enjoying a few drinks. Reflecting on the day. So today, what happened today? I've been training up like a load of kids from year 3, 4, 5 and 6 to take them out to an athletics competition next week. So started off the day like that. Ended up sort of having 60 kids outside plus my own class as well because I had to take them. Couldn't get them covered today for a reason. So I had that, and then did sort of, we actually played some good computer game called Bluebell. Did some maths, did, those sorts of things. Afternoon I had some PPA, which is nice to have on a Friday. And then I've headed out into the wild camping world in the evening. I can hear lots of mooing behind me. I think the cows are now maybe in the field behind those trees. That's where the sounds sound like they're coming from. Yeah, I literally haven't seen a single soul except for the people that were staring at me out of the window on the Supper Express about, half an hour ago now. It's getting dark. Seems like it's getting dark quicker than it has been. We're already on the other half of the year, on our way towards December again, aren't we? And the shortest day is coming towards us at a rate of knots. So yeah. Trying to think about camps in the future that I'm going to do. I am sort of like fancying doing some picturesque ones that maybe aren't railway related. So maybe make some suggestions if you've got a good site. I think some sort of risky stealth camps as well. Obviously, like I've seen some classic ones by people like Blot Outdoors, camping on roundabouts and places like that. So let me know if there's anything in particular that you'd like me to do, and I'll act upon ones that take my fancy from your suggestions. I'll bring you back in a bit when I've had a little think about what else I can say. So you come out to the middle of a field and then there's like some concert somewhere. All I can hear is music and fireworks. The fireworks have gone on for ages. You can't actually see any fireworks outside. They're not going up that high, but they're bloody going on. And it's like some festival started somewhere. Can't see any evidence of it. It's probably not that near to me, but the sound's travelling and it's bloody noisy. Typical. I was tired and was getting an early sleep. But there you go. It's only about 9:30, I think, but not exactly the peace and quiet I was hoping for. Well, good morning, guys, and made it through to the morning. It's gone 6 o'clock. So got to a later point than most of my wild camps, or all of my wild camps so far. It was cold in the night, I've got to say. I really regretted not bringing my sleeping bag. I had to literally just get all of the waterproofs on in the end, and that was kind of alright, but you do miss having a sheet, don't you? Or something to throw over you, and it was pretty cold. It's been threatening to rain this morning as I've woken up. It's very peaceful. It was all very peaceful here last night until about 10 o'clock, just before 10, when I was awoken by loads of fireworks and like a musical rave,
which was happening. I'm not sure where. I mean, I know sound travels. I couldn't see the fireworks. I could really hear them. And I could hear this concert, which lasted for a couple of hours. So that could have been anywhere in the local area. As it was, it happened somewhere over there. Sounded like the fireworks were beyond those trees and the music was coming from there too. So I'm not sure where that was. So yeah, I didn't sleep great because of the cold. And also I've had a persistent sort of arm injury that hurt me quite a bit last night. You know, so yeah, I did find a better position for that in the end. But it's like my sleeping's been affected by this injury for quite a while. But I'm packed down now. I'm just about to leave the location and head back to my car. I've got my pack, I've got my bin, and we're going to get out of here and head home. So yeah, reflections on this site. It was really nice. So I was behind, can't see no sign. Yeah, it's really nice, really peaceful. Nobody went past that I saw. But yeah, an unexpected rave and fireworks display meant that from 10 to 12 suddenly became a bit of a racket. But it wasn't too bad. I mean, I sat outside during that and it wasn't, you know, you could hear the music just carrying, you know. When that's the only sound you can hear, it becomes probably a little bit worse than it was. But yeah, enjoyed it. Another opportunity to get out in nature. Another opportunity to continue my sort of quest to camp in lots of lovely places. So far they've all been railway related. I am sort of feeling like I want to find some locations that have, you know, some great sort of scenic beauty. And I've got school holidays coming up, so that will be happening. So yeah, anyway, thanks for joining me, and please leave a comment and subscribe if you're coming across my channel for the first time, and like this video. That would really help. And in those comments, maybe leave me a suggestion of places that you'd like me to go, or any projects that you think would be good for me to undertake. And yeah, anyway, thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you in another video.